Welcome back, my fourth graders. Today's lesson is 5.3, Understand Division and Remainders, finally. Now we are going to use models to find quotients and remainders. It's going to be easier than the quotient because estimate quotient because estimate quotient we had to think about in between numbers, right? But here it's very clear. All right, now you are going to use base 10 blocks to determine whether 14 can be divided equally among 2, 3, 4, or 5 groups. Draw and describe your model. Now, two equal groups. Okay, let's draw these two groups since they were asking us to draw a model. Okay, now you have 14, right? We are going to put this one at a time, divide, right? These counters, 14 counters, one at a time. So far we use 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right. Now, what is this, guys? We can use the equation, which is what? 14 divided by 2 is going to be 7. In two groups, each 7 counters, right? In each group. Now we are going to say 3 equal groups, guys. 1, 2, 3. Oops, getting smaller. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We cannot draw this because we need what? Equal groups, not only groups. So we have what? 1 and 2 left over, right? And that's gonna be, let's say 14 divided by 3 is gonna be what? 4 in each, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? In each group, and then remainder of 2. Okay, that's how you write remainder or R2. Either way is fine. All right, 4 equal groups, guys. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now put these 14 blocks in each 4 groups, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 12. All right. If I go more like 13, 14, yeah, we are not gonna have enough space because we not enough blocks because we need 2 more blocks. So 2 are what? Leftovers. So it's the same. 14 divided by 4 is gonna be what? 3 and remainder 2. 5 equal groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know I cannot put 4 leftovers into 5 groups, right? So I have 5 remainder, which means what? 14 divided by 5 is going to be 2 because in each group we have 2 counters. And remainder is what? 4. Okay, explain why the units that are left over cannot be put into a group. Oh, because we need to make what? Equal groups. Okay, we need equal groups. That's it. If you put this 4, like for example, in this problem, if you put these 4 remainders into 1 each, 1, 2, 3, 4, what about this last group? Right? Each group has what? 3 counters, but last group has only 2. So this cannot be the equal groups. So we need to just put these 4 leftovers aside, and we can just tell them what? These are the remainder. We cannot put these blocks into equal groups. That's all you need to do. All right, let's move on. Sometimes you cannot divide a number evenly and there is an amount left over. Okay, the amount left over is called the remainder. And use an R to represent the remainder. Okay, all right, so 14 divided by 3 is what? 4 with 2 left over. which is what? 14 divided by 3 is equal to 4 or 2, remainder 2. And this is long division form, which is I prefer this form, even though short division, because you know what? Simply you can add 3 times, okay, this symbol, times symbol. 3 times what is close to 14 but not greater? Yes, 4 is close to 12, and take away is 2, remainder 2. Okay, you can find that way too. We are going to practice this way, okay, later more. So if you get confused on this formation, don't worry. We are going to go over it later, okay? So example, find 27 divided by 4, okay? Divide 27 into 4 equal groups. You need to regroup 2 tens as 2 21s, all right? And then you are going to split that 27 counters into 4 equal groups. And number of units in each group. How many counters you see in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of units left over? 1, 2, 3. So 27 divided by 4 is what? 6, remainder 3. Let's see what Newton is thinking. Think 27 divided by 4 is what? 6 is equal to 6, remainder 3, because 4 times 6 is going to be what? 24. And then 3 is going to be 27. Okay, 3 is the remainder. That means what? It shows you how to use what? Fact families or related factors. Okay, so we are going to work on this more later, okay, not today, since we are working on something else, okay, which is like finding the remainder. We are going to focus on remainder, but to find the quotient and remainder together, we are going to do it later. Okay, use a model to find the quotient and the remainder. So far, let's use this model since this is easier, okay, and visualized. So now you have 6 equal groups, and each group has what? How many counters? 3 counters, and remainder is what? 1. Which means what? 6 times 3 is equal to 18, right? So what is the difference between this dividend and quotient, and then this dividend of 3? Yes, 1 is difference. So here same. 3 times, before we look at this model, let's think about this one. 5 times what number is closer to 34 but not greater? Yes, 6. Okay, we know 5 times 6 is what? 30. When you take away, yeah, remainder is what? 4. Okay, this is way easier than drawing models every single time. But until we feel more comfortable, let's use this model. Okay, so you see this 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal groups, right? And each group they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counters and remainder of 4. So now 26 divided by 3, there are how many equal groups? Yes, 3 equal groups. And we are going to count 26 at a time to know how many counters can be in each group. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Since I know only 2 counters are going to be remainder, and we cannot put them in these equal groups. So remainder is what? 2. And in each group, how many counters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to use different strategy. Now I'm going to show you what? Okay, 3 times 8, I know, which is what? 24. When you find out the difference, it's going to be what? 2. 2 is the difference. All right? And that's easier for me, maybe for you too. All right, now we need what? 7 equal groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's put this 20 into 7 equal groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Hold on, 14. And 16, 17, 18. Oh, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, we need 21 to put like equally one more into each group, right? But we have not enough because our total number is what? 20. So our remainder is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in each group, they have only 2, right? Counters. Let's use this easier way because you know what? 7 times 3 is 21. So there can't be 3. That means what? You need to go for 2 is the closest, but not greater than 20, which is the dividend, right? So 7 times 2 is 14. And what's the difference? 6. This is going to be the remainder. All right. Okay, so you can pause the video. And I want you to practice this by yourself. And you can check your answers with my video, right? You can come back. But any strategies you want to use, you can go ahead. If you want to use the model, go ahead. If you already figured it out how to use these fact families, which is this multiplication strategy that you can use, go ahead for it. Okay. All right. Good luck, and I will see you soon. All right, welcome back. This is use a model to find the quotient and the remainder. Okay, use model. Okay, I'm gonna use model. 2 groups for 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 1. I cannot put this, okay, in each group. So I'm going to say what? Remainder is 1. In each group, how many counters are there? Yes, 6. All right. It's gonna be taking so long, so maybe you guys can go ahead for this modeling, but I'm gonna use multiplication, okay? And I'm going to figure it out. 9 times one number is closer to 25, but not greater. Yes, it has to be 9 times 2, since 9 times 2 is what? 18, and 9 times 3 is what? 27. You cannot go over more than what you have. Total number is what? 25, not 27. You can't do it. So now let's find out the difference, which is what? 7. So remainder is 7. If you want to use the model, go ahead, okay? Don't feel like stress yourself because that's the way that you can practice more, okay? But since you are practicing and you're checking your answer with mine, I'm just gonna give you the answer, okay? So 8 times what number is closer to 28 but not greater? Yes, 8 times 3 is 24. What's the difference? 4. 4 is the remainder. Now 4 times one number is closer to 15 but not greater? Yes, since I know 4 times 4 is 16, which is greater than the dividend, which is impossible that you can work on. So I'm going to use what? 3 times 4. 4 times 3 is what? 12. And what's the difference? 3. All right. And now 6 times what number is going to be closer to 29 but not greater? Yeah, 6 times 4. Since I know 6 times 5 is 30, so I cannot use it. So 6 times 4 is what? 24. What's the difference? 5. Now 5 times one number is closer to 11 but not greater. Yes, 5 times 2 is 10. What's the difference? 1. 1 is the remainder. All right. The card has 23 cat treats to divide equally among 4 friends. How many treats does he give each friend? Okay, this is a question. And then, how many treats are left over? Okay, let's find out. You are dividing this 23 into 4 friends, right? is what? 4 times what number is closer to 23 but not greater? That's what they're saying, right? So 4 times 5 is 20. What's the difference? 3. So remainder is what? 3. So each friend will get 5 treats and then 3 treats left over. Okay, now number 12. You have 26 markers. How many groups of 3 markers can you make? Okay, how many markers are left over? That means what? You need to divide this 26 into 3 equal groups. Which number is closer to 26 but not greater? Yes, 8. 3 times 8 is what? 24. What's the difference? 2. So remainder is what? 2. So you can make what? 8 groups and 2 markers left over. Okay. Move on to number 13. Write a division equation represented by the model. Okay, now you need to find out what? How many total counters are there and how many equal groups are you going to divide? Okay, and how many counters are going to be in each group? Okay, so how many counters are there together? Yes, to find out the dividend. Yes, this is 15 plus 4 is 19, right? And how many equal groups? Okay, equal groups are what? 3. And in each group, you have 5, and remainder is what? 4. Make sense? All right. Now, number 14. Is Newton correct? Draw a model to support your answer. Okay, 30 divided by 4 is 6, remainder 6. Okay, let's see. Since they were asking us to draw this model, let's make it 1, 2, 3, 4 equal groups, right? And we are going to count 30 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Oh, and you have what? 2 left. Since you cannot divide these 2 into 4 equal groups, right? And did you notice something when I draw always this model or equal groups? I line them up so you can count easily when you need to count, okay? So I want you to also follow my strategy, because you know what? Many times I see you guys are just doing this. Can you count at the end? No, you're gonna get confused, okay? So please make it very clean and neat so you can see what you did, okay? All right? So that's really important. So the answer is what? It's supposed to be what? 6, remainder 2, not 6, okay? Oh, by the way, this remainder shouldn't be greater than divisor, okay? Because you have left, or you have 4 groups and you have left over 6 of them. That means what? You can still distribute this 1 in each group. Make sense? So this remainder cannot, okay? Cannot be greater than the divisor, which is equal groups. Please keep that in your mind, okay? Common sense. All right, now next. A water taxi transports passengers to an island. The taxi holds no more than 8 passengers at a time. There are how many people? 53 people in line to ride the water taxi. How many trips to the island are full? And how many trips to the island are needed? And how many passengers are on the last trip? Okay, so simply you need to use the model to find 53 divided by 8. Kindly they gave us already the model. The quotient is what? In each trip, you can ride 8. And how many trips you need to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trips. And the remainder is what? 5. You see that here? So interpret the quotient and the remainder. How many trips to the island are full? Okay, the 6. Okay? Oh, hold on. The 6 is the number of trips that have 8 passengers. Yeah, so hold on. Oh, no. How many trips to the island are full? Okay, interpret. Oh, okay, so the quotient, yes, sorry. Quotient is the number of trips that have 8 passengers. Okay, so how many trips? That's the quotient. Okay, so 6 trips. That's the quotient. Okay, trips to the islands are full. Are full. Okay, and then how many trips to the island are needed? 6 trips are full and 1 trip is not full. But you have to give 5 passengers anyway ride, even though it's not full, right? So how many trips together? 6 plus 1? Yes, 7. You cannot leave anybody behind, right? Even though it's not full, you have to give them ride. Okay, how many passengers are on the last trip? Yes, 5. Okay, so 5 passengers are on the last trip, and that represents what? Remainder. Now number 15. This is the last question. Okay. So I think this is very similar question. Tours of a crayon factory has no more than 9 guests at a time, right? And there are 87 guests in line to tour the factory. How many tours are full and how many tours are needed? How many guests are in the last tour? That's the question. Now let's find out. 87 people into 9 people. Okay, 9 in one group. So how many groups we need? I mean, how many groups are be needed? Let's find out. Since I know 9 times 9 is 81, which is closer to 87 but not greater, I know what's the difference is 6. So remainder is what? 6. So how many tours are full? 9 tours are full. And how many tours are needed? Since you cannot leave this another group behind, so you need one more troop than 9, which means what? 9 plus 1 is 10. All right, so how many guests are in the last tour? Yep, last group will be only 6 people. All right, so I want you to practice this with your homework in IXL. If you finish earlier than others, go for it, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.